Thanks for having me back, second year in a row. So it has been a big year for construction in the region. You've probably heard about the LRT. Maybe you noticed one or two road closures, but the heavy work is largely going to wind up this year with full construction completion projected for mid-2017. We've also had a couple of other really big road projects this year. Franklin Boulevard, where we wound up the first 2 years of construction there with 6 new roundabouts and 3 more to go next year. So there will be another tender coming out for Franklin Boulevard. Another big chunk of work this year at our Kitchener wastewater treatment plant. 3 contracts active there. I think we're on track to hit about $60 million in expenditures at Kitchener this year alone. So that work's going to be continuing through 17 and into 2018 as well. We've got not a lot of changes in terms of the big numbers that I provided last year. Our 10-year capital budget is still on the order of about $3 billion for, and about $2.5 billion of that is construction related. The other $500 million is vehicles like buses and that sort of thing. So those numbers are pretty similar from last year, not much change there. We have received some public transit infrastructure funding, federal funding, about $35 million to be spent in 17-18, matched by the region, and that work will be coming out to tender. It's a number of projects that will be coming out transit related in 17, as well as about $10 million in federal and provincial funding for the Clean Water and Wastewater Fund. Again, we have 4 projects that will be coming out for tender in 17 for that. Overall, for 2017, we have about 40 tenders currently planned, plus some additional ones for facilities. I don't have that number yet, but at least about $120 million in tenders planned for 2017. It breaks down roughly, I won't give you the 10-year numbers, but that breaks down to about $40 million in 15 water and wastewater projects to be tendered next year, about $5 million for 7 waste management projects, and about $75 million for 18 transportation projects, so that's roads, bridges. Some of the main projects that we're planning for next year, as I mentioned, Franklin Boulevard, the 3rd year of construction, 3 new roundabouts. There's work started this year just down the road here at Shantz Hill, Fountain King. That's going to continue into next year, and we've just awarded a contract for the replacement of the Grand River Bridge on Fountain Street. That's a 2-year project there. We've got a large wastewater contract planned for 2017 at the Galt wastewater treatment plant. There's going to be a series of upgrades there over the next few years. The first contract is estimated to be about a $12 million contract coming out in 2017. And within the 10-year forecast, there's about $450 to $500 million planned for other facilities, things like work at the airport, Waterloo Region Museum, paramedic services may have some work coming out in the next little while. And as I mentioned last year, of course, right at the moment, our council is in the middle of 2017 budget deliberations. So, of course, all of this is subject to budget approvals. We're expecting that to be January of 2017. And I will be available after the presentations if anybody has any questions. Thank you.
Thanks, Phil.